Hello, everybody. In this video, we will demonstrate how to edit communities and collections in your DSpace Direct repository. In order to edit an existing community or collection, you need to be logged in and have administrative privileges for that community or collection. After you have logged in, there are two ways you can get to the edit functionality, either from the administrative sidebar menu, where you can click on the pencil icon and select Edit, and then select Community or Collection, or by navigating to the community or collection that you wish to edit and finding the small pencil edit icon in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. Like when creating a new community or collection, if you use the administrative sidebar option, it is context sensitive and will display as the first result whatever community or collection that you are currently in. When you are in edit mode, you can either edit the community or you can delete the community. There will now be a series of tabs with different actions that you can take. The first tab, Edit Metadata, will look very familiar from when you created your community or collection and is where you can edit the metadata that you've already created, including deleting and changing logos. The other tabs include, to begin with, Assign Roles. For communities, the only role that you can assign is administrators. If you create this role for this community, you will then need to edit the role by clicking on the link so that you can assign ePeople and/or groups of ePeople to the role, who will now have administrative access for this community, any sub-communities, and collections and items within the community. The Curate tab is a graphical user interface option from within your DSpace Direct repository interface for performing programmatic tasks across an entire community. This can be a very dangerous tab if you are not 100% sure about what you are doing, so we recommend that you contact the Lyrasis help desk at dspacedirect@lyrasis.org before trying to do anything from this tab. From the Access Control tab, you can update conditions governing access to items within this community, such as if you want to embargo all items within it. You can either replace the existing conditions or add to them. You can change the conditions for either the metadata, the bitstreams, otherwise known as files associated with items, or both. Note that this screen does not tell you any existing access conditions that you have already specified. From the Authorizations tab, you can see which ePeople and/or groups have authorizations associated with this community, such as if anybody, whether or not they are logged in, aka anonymous, can read everything in the community. This is a default policy that DSpace starts with for all communities and collections. You can also create new and edit or delete existing policies on this screen that determine which groups and ePeople can perform what actions. When editing a collection, you will see that the options are very similar to when you are editing a community. You will once again have the option to delete the collection or to perform edits. The tabs for editing collections are very similar to those available for editing communities, but there are a couple new tabs, as well as some additional options on some of the tabs. For example, in the Assign Roles, in addition to Administrator role available with communities, collections come with several more options. These include a submitter's role for individuals or groups that you wish to be able to submit items to the collection, as well as reviewers, editors, and final editors roles. These roles are for individuals or groups you wish to be able to review submitted content before it is published to your DSpace Direct repository. These three roles go in the order shown on the screen. So if you decided to create both a reviewers and final editors roles, the reviewers would have to do their workflow step before the final editors could do theirs. From this screen, you can see if there are any roles set up, as well as create or delete roles. You can also Just like you can on the Community tab for this, choose to edit existing roles from the page by clicking on the role name and deciding which ePeople and/or groups should have that role. Also from this tab, you can see roles for default item and bitstream read access, which allow you to create or delete roles for which groups and/or ePeople can have default read access within this collection. We will talk more about setting up workflows and what each of these roles mean in another video. Content Source is a tab only available with collections. If you're harvesting content from another source for this collection, you can set that up here, or discard it if you no longer want to harvest content from elsewhere. This workflow will also be discussed in further detail in another video. Curate, access control, and authorizations are exactly the same as you find in Communities, but Item Mapper is another tab only available on collections. From this tab, you can map items from other collections in your DSpace direct repository into this collection. You can also use this tab to see already mapped items and remove those mappings if you no longer want them. This mapping functionality may be useful if you want an item to appear in multiple communities or collections within your DSpace direct repository, such as if you want a publication to appear in both a topical and an organizational community. For example, a thesis appearing in both a theses community and in Department XYZ's publications, for example. If you ever have questions about anything in your DSpace Direct repository, please send us a help desk ticket by simply emailing dspacedirect@lyrasis.org. Thank you.